you're not the type who is very bold in front of the camera, if you're camera shy, starting your first video might be so hectic. Welcome back to my channel. It's Amazon. Today's video, we're going to talk about the equipment that you need to start your first YouTube channel, and also how to film with your smartphone. Guys, I use an Android, and that is the Huawei Y9 Prime. That's what I'm using. That's my equipment. And right about this time, I'm not using any extra lighting. I'm not using anything. So if somebody's going to be in a position to tell you what to use or how to start a YouTube channel with your cell phone, I'm that guy. Keep watching. Let's dive into this video straight ahead. The first thing you need to know about filming with your smartphone is that you need to know your phone. I use an Android. You might be using an iPhone. Whichever one you're using, just know your phone. And knowing your phone means know what side of your phone is perfect for you. Some back cameras are really of high resolution. Some the front camera has really high resolutions. If there is not enough lighting where I am and there is no setting done, my back camera does not give me the kind of shot that the front camera gives to me. That's why I film with the front camera, and that is the pop-up camera of my Huawei Y9 Prime, and that is amazing. If you're using this phone model, I bet you know what I'm talking about. Currently, the next thing you need to know is lighting. Guys, you don't want a dull video. If you're not using a camera that gives you a very crisp resolution or crisp image, trust me, I'm going to get bored watching your video. Every other person is going to have, sight impairments watching your video, and you don't want to make anybody angry and drop a comment about how blurry your videos are. So lighting is very important. Now, I'm going to show you a basic light tool that you could use, and then I'm going to give you an alternative. Now, the first light tool you could use is the sunlight. I film during daytime. Now, the first phone I was using initially, that's my itel S11. I could film at night if I'm using my sister's ring light. She's a makeup artist, so she has a ring light for her makeup looks, and you guys know what lighting does to makeup. Bomb production. So aside that, I could film in the middle of the night, 1 a.m. 2 a.m. if the ring light is on and there is power supply. However, if I do not need the ring light, which my current phone really does not do, I always use the sunlight. How do I do that? I sit in front of my window. Guys, you want to sit in front of a light source. So right now I'm sitting here, my window is over the other end, and then the light is falling into the room, and I'm sitting down here, my camera is in front of me. That way the light falls on me, my camera picks that light up and it illuminates me, and boom, guess what? I'm in front of the camera giving you bomb production. So lighting is very important. The alternative lighting is what I'm going to show you right now, which is this. Now, this is a ring light that comes with a stand, okay, which leads us to the next step, getting something to hold your camera. Now, right now, this what I'm using to film is on a stand. That is the bigger ring light stand, okay, and I think you guys can see it from the mirror there. There's a reflection. Beautiful. Now, I got this stand from Jumia. You could get it from Jumia, you can get it from AliExpress, from Amazon, whichever one. This is really cheap, and this lighting is amazing. Don't mind that it's so small. It's really amazing. You just plug it to a power source and you're good. This clamp here is to hold your phone in place. So if you have this, trust me, you have all the tools to filming your first YouTube video. Now, talking about knowing your phone, you will have to set the lighting on your phone, okay? Now, if you use an iPhone, it allows you, when you pop up your screen or when you turn on your video, the video camera of your phone, you're just going to touch the middle of the screen, and then you adjust the brightness and then lock it up with the AE, okay? You just do an automatic exposure, so that way you adjust the exposure, so you don't have an issue where it gets bright at a point, your video starts getting dull at a point, because there's this whole contrast thing happening there. You don't want that. So try to set your the exposure of your phone to suit where you are, okay? You can have a professional photographer set that for you, or you could just do it yourself with the front camera or the back camera, and then use your fingers on the screen and adjust the lighting and lock it up. About filming and editing with your phone is that you need to keep your phone in an horizontal position. So you cannot be filming a video with your phone this way, okay, holding your phone this way for YouTube. You have to hold your phone the other way around. So if I'm going to film a video, this is what the phone looks like looking at me. So I switch it the other way around, and that way it's this way. So it allows your screen to have a 16:9 dimension video, and that means your video can play full screen on a computer, full screen on a cell phone, full screen on an iPad, full screen on a television set. That's it. So never make the mistake of filming your videos with your phone in a vertical position. You would have to hold that in a horizontal position to allow a full screen image when your production is ready. Now let's talk about the sound. You might want to get a boom mic, okay, if you can afford that. If you cannot, film in a quiet environment. Where I stay is very close to the road of my estate, so you have cars passing in and out. But then what is important is the fact that I need the lighting. So whether the cars drive in or not, I have to project so I'm loud enough, okay, for you can hear me, whether or not there's a honking going on the road, but you can at least hear me. That's what happened when you're a small YouTuber, you know, you can at least hear me. So the sound is very important. You might want to use a headphone. You might want to use the clip lapel mic, so you just clip and plug it into your phone. If you have that, perfect. If you don't, just ensure that you are as audible as possible, because you don't want to be mumbling while we are struggling to hear whatever it is you are saying. If the room is going to echo, make sure you have like a pillow around, you know, just to absorb the sound and absorb the reverberation and reduce the echo in the room. That way you're able to have a clear sound production for your videos. Now, the next tip about filming with your cell phone or your smartphone is that you would want to look at the lens of the camera. Now, if you would note, I'm looking at you directly. That's what happens when I look at the lens of my camera. But if I switch my attention to looking at myself on the screen, which is this way, it looks like I'm looking away because I'm seeing myself, but I'm looking away if you're watching. So, but when I look this way, which is where my screen is just in front here, I am automatically looking at you, and that creates this connection between you and your audience. So it looks like, okay, she's talking to me, so I'm talking to you instead of talking to myself. So ensure that at all times your focus is on the lens of your camera. If the lens is this way, focus on the lens. Don't focus on the screen. So don't look at yourself, rather look at the lens of the camera. That way it creates an interaction and a bond between you and your viewers. They're able to, you know, understand, they feel what you're feeling, they feel what you're saying, and they're able to, you know, vibe with you all through the process of the filming. Now, the next thing you need to know about filming with your camera is that you would want the area where you're filming with to be very decluttered. So you don't want too many things in the background that could be really distracting. So what you want to do is that you have to set your camera to, you know, a level where you can have your head not too high and not above the camera. Okay, so you might want to be just a little bit up and down here so you get a clear shot, and then the back should be as decongested as possible. Take away everything that's not necessary, take them out. So you want to make sure that the area is very, very decluttered. Get rid of all the mess you don't need and film in a straight, easy background that doesn't have all the distraction that might want people to want to look away from your video or look away from what you're talking about. Till next time, thank you. And when you're filming, ensure that you're very confident in yourself. Say the things that you like. Take your time, don't be in a hurry. Write down your points so you can articulate properly and be coherent. As always, see you in the next video, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.